I promised about 1 month back that I will deal with preventive detention matter in due course. I have been dealing with preventive detention while I was in service. It so happened that in 2000, when I was posted in SIB export, I booked a case of EUU fraud amounting to around 40 crore rupees. The mastermind were so smart that they had forged the procurement certificate to be issued by Central Excise authorities so that the goods in Bombay Custom House may be released. They also forged various other documents to establish EUU which were in fact not existing. They also changed the name of the partners of the EUU which were registered in Mumbai Custom House. SIB started the investigation in May 2000, and by the end of August, we have arrested 3 persons, but the main person was getting judicial favor from various high courts. When he appeared along with anticipatory bails, he was not ready to admit or confess anything. Since he was on anticipatory bail, we could not arrest him, and then he started dodging the summons issued from time to time. Finally, it was decided that we will go into the bank transaction of all the payment made to the high sea sellers, and we found that banks situated in Surat were having various accounts from where the fund used to be transferred to the account of EUU from which high sellers were being paid. We visited Surat and obtained the account opening form, paying slips, checks and statements from the time the fraud had started. After scrutinizing all these documents procured from bank, it was decided that all these documents should be sent to GEQD Hyderabad to establish who is writing all these documents. And by the end of May 2001, it was established that a particular person is the mastermind behind all these EUU fraud. I proposed that he should be detained under Cafe Posa along with others, but that time commissioner was not ready to. Once that commissioner was transferred and another commissioner took over, I again proposed the same thing and he agreed. The proposal was sent to Delhi, and Joint Secretary Cafe Posa passed root detention order on 14th August 2001. My study into the Cafe Posa matters and the preventive detention matter started only after the Cafe Posa order was issued. One person was detained and his advisory board was held in Indore. Advisory board confirmed the detention order. After that, a petition was filed in Gujarat High Court. I went on my own to pursue the matter over there. Our senior standing counsel that time was D.N. Patel, who is presently Chief Justice of Delhi High Court. I met him personally and he directed me to go to one advocate, Mr. Vyas. Next day, the hearing was adjourned. I came back to Bombay, and then again when the hearing was listed, I was not allowed to go to Ahmedabad to pursue the matter, and ultimately the detention order was quashed. Armed with that detention order, that order of Gujarat High Court, another co-detainee filed a writ petition in the same court, but that was dismissed as the petitioner was not detained and he was not having ground of detention. Thereafter, we started SAFEMA proceedings in the matter, and proposed forfeiting of all the properties of the detainee. Apprehending that his all property would be seized, he filed an application and petition in Delhi High Court invoking the jurisdiction of Delhi High Court as Joint Secretary Kape-Posa is having office in Delhi. Stay was given on the execution of the detention order. This all was done without hearing us. During next hearing, eminent counsel late Sri Jethmalani appeared, and again the stay was extended by Delhi High Court. My father expired in January 2003 and I was on leave. When I came back, my commissioner asked me why you have leaked the confidential documents. It was a surprise to me and I told him that I have not leaked, it was leaked by ministry. Then I sent a mail to Honorable President of India, and after my mail was received by the Office of President of India, my commissioner fired me left and right and asked me why he has sent a mail to the President of India. I told him that this Kape-Posa order is being agitated in various high courts so that it cannot be executed and it is quashed. Acting on my mail, the President of India directed the state government to detain the concerned person. He was detained in July 2003 and lodged in Baroda Central Jail. Advisory board of that was held in Mumbai Custom House and it was confirmed. In between, After dismissal of the petition in Gujarat High Court, a petition was filed in Bombay High Court, which was dismissed only due to my intervention, that the fact of moving Gujarat High Court for the same relief was concealed in the petition. After the advisory board confirmed the detention order, I was relieved from SIIB and was posted somewhere else. Thereafter, the detention order met its own fate as was expected, and it was quashed. In 2006, when I joined law, I decided to practice on preventive detention matters, as it involves fundamental right of a citizen. After completing my law and registering myself as an advocate in Mumbai and Goa Bar Council, for 6 months I was only studying various law pertaining to customs, CAFE POSA and SAFEMA, etc. In September 2011, DRI Mumbai booked case of red sandal smuggling and arrested 6 or 7 persons. Various detention orders were issued in March 2012, and the detainees were detained in April and May 2012. Obviously, since I was handling the case of one of the detainees, the matter came to me and I filed petition. The petition was heard at length for 7 days, and finally the petition filed by me was allowed and the detainee was released. Now, the ground on which the detainee was released was on the basis of non-application of mind by detaining authority while formulating the ground of detention. Thereafter, I have succeeded in all the matters of CAFE POSA, either at advisory board stages only or in High Court. Till now, I have handled around 15 cases of CAFE POSA. So, I am little bit aware of the detention matters. This is the background which I wanted to highlight before going into the detailed aspect of what is detention, in how many cases the detention law are invoked, and what are the right of the detainee after the detention order is passed or after the detention order is executed. I will deal all these aspects in the coming video. Please wait. Thank you.